In today's fast-paced world, it often feels like we are all running a race for success. Yet while a few manage to reach their goals, many struggle and never quite get there. Why? The answer lies not in the effort, but in the fears and doubts that cloud our minds as we set out on our path. Thoughts like, "What if I fail?" or "This will take too long," often paralyze us. But how do we overcome these fears? Let me share a powerful Buddhist story that offers a path to conquering the fear of failure and truly understanding its root cause. The Tale of the Monk and the Young Man. Long ago, a wise Buddhist monk lived in a small cottage near a forest. His wisdom was known far and wide, and people from all walks of life came to him with their problems. One day, as the monk was returning from his daily alms round, a young man stopped him. "Master," the young man said, "I've heard many people praise your wisdom, but I find it hard to believe you can solve my problem. Why do we fear failure in our pursuits? And how can we achieve our goals without this constant fear?" The monk smiled and replied, "I will answer your question, but first, walk with me to my cottage." Eager to test the monk's wisdom, the young man agreed and followed him deep into the forest. By the time they reached the monk's hut, night had fallen, and they ate in silence before going to sleep. The next morning, the monk suggested, "Let's take a walk in the woods." As they strolled, the monk pointed to a dark cave nearby. "Would you like to see inside the cave?" the monk asked. The young man, curious and eager, agreed. They entered the cave, but as soon as they were inside, the monk quietly slipped out and sealed the entrance behind him. The young man soon realized he was trapped in the dark. Panic overtook him as he yelled, "Where are you? Why have you left me here?" No answer came. He grew more frantic with each passing moment. Feeling around in the pitch black, he searched for an escape but found nothing. Fear consumed him. Was he going to die here, alone, abandoned? After what seemed like hours, he noticed a faint beam of sunlight shining through a high tunnel in the cave. Despite his exhaustion, hunger, and thirst, the glimmer of hope ignited his determination. He focused all his energy on reaching that light. With great effort, he began to climb towards it, ignoring the cuts and bruises along the way. When he finally reached the top, the monk was waiting, extending a hand to help him out. The lesson. Angry and frustrated, the young man lashed out. "Why did you leave me in that dark cave? Do you know how scared I was?" The monk, still smiling, handed him some water and said, "You emerged from the cave for two reasons. First, you were hungry and thirsty. Second, you were suffocating in the darkness, alone. These were your motivations to escape." He continued, "Now let me tell you why you were successful. No one was there to tell you, you can't do it. And no one was there to suggest an easier way out. You were alone with your goal, and you focused entirely on reaching the light." The monk's words sank in. "This is the secret to success," the monk explained. "We fail when we are distracted by the voices around us, the doubts and suggestions from those who have never achieved what we seek. We fail because we give up too soon, believing the path is too hard or too long. But remember, like the archer who closes one eye and focuses solely on the target, we too must direct all our energy toward our goal. When our mind wanders from the goal, we notice the obstacles, and the fear of failure arises." The young man listened intently as the monk concluded, "In the cave, your only focus was the light. If you had been able to see everything, the pits, the insects, the dangers, you might have stayed where you were, paralyzed by fear. But the darkness helped you. In the same way, we must block out distractions and keep our eyes fixed on our goals, not on the obstacles." Realizing the profound wisdom in the monk's words, the young man bowed respectfully and said, "Thank you, Master. From now on, I will focus solely on my goal, ignoring the voices of doubt. I will no longer fear failure." With that, he returned to his village, ready to face the world with renewed determination and a clear mind.